The last year has shown how truly dependent we all are on smooth international supply chains and the business structures that enable frictionless cross-border trade. I'm with Simon Gray from BVI Finance. Simon, what role has the BVI played in creating our modern global village?
The role has been very significant. It really began about 36 years ago with the introduction of the International Business Companies Act, and that was extremely innovative and flexible at the time. But we've continued to be responsive to business needs and changes globally. So we tend to always try to benchmark with the best. We try to seek out opportunities where there may be, haven't been considered for whatever reason. And we try to capitalize on that for the advantage of our stakeholders. And perhaps a good example of that with a global village is that we do now represent interests in the four corners of the world. And an independent report through Capital Economics indicated or advised that 2 million jobs were created globally as a consequence of BVI-mediated finance, and we contributed $1.5 trillion to the global economy. So we always try to punch above our weight.
I think there is a broad perception that IFC structures are kind of the domain of enormous multinationals, but they are particularly important in helping young entrepreneurs or small businesses to grow internationally.
Oh, absolutely. And you're right, we do have a number of listed entities. I think it's about 140 of them. But we have many, many more thousand, which are very much smaller operations. Entrepreneurship is very much something that we've always wanted to attract, and we continue to attract. And in the past 4 years, we introduced the Micro Business Act to help small entrepreneurs. Most recently has been our fintech initiative and our regulatory sandbox, which we introduced last year.
Tell me more. What is your fintech regulatory sandbox? Who is it for? What does it achieve? And how has it been performing so far?
Well, it was actually introduced in the summer of last year, and that was not by any means the first globally, but the approach we've always taken is look and learn and listen from others and hopefully improve. It's really targeted for the young entrepreneurial individuals who wish to create a new initiative in the fintech space, and we've worked very closely with the Financial Services Commission to disentangle some of the regulations that would have been required normally for a period of time whilst they sit in the sandbox. Obviously there's no risk to consumers because they're in the laboratory at this point, and at such time as they leave the sandbox, the condition absolute is that they have to have full compliance. There are certain rules that were non-negotiable. There's no way we're going to compromise on anti-money laundering or counter-terrorist financing, but for the most part it's managed to attract a great deal of business. So that is very much the spirit of entrepreneurship that we continue to propagate.
Now, how do you stay agile and adaptive while still maintaining a strong regulatory framework?
Well, I've said we try never to be complacent, but we also recognise humility. It's very important to understand that there are amazing competitors out there, and rather than fear them, I respect them. Hopefully they respect us as well. But by benchmarking, by networking, we bounce ideas and thought leadership around, and working together, we hope we can price things slightly more competitively. But by working together, we think it's for the good of the overall global industry.
Thanks for watching. Learn more at bvifinance.vg. Click now for the second half of this interview with Simon Gray, where he discusses the recent innovations the BVI has brought to market. And please subscribe for the latest international business insights from worldfinance.com.